So, at this time, we're going to try to explain when the Jews first arrived at this area. We know for sure that the Jews were living here with the Roman time, when the Romans came here, even definitely after the Churban Beis Hamikdash, when they brought along the Jews to help them, administer their lands that they occupied. But probably even before, when the Romans came, so that there should have been already here a population before the Common Era. But there are some that want to say, and there are some even archaeological evidence that Jews lived here even at the time of Shlomo HaMelech, which that would be 600 or 700 years before the Common Era. Now, there is some debate about where the place Taršiš is. We know Taršiš is mentioned a lot of times in Tanakh. We find Yoina Hanavi leaves with a ship from Yafo, and he's trying to to run away from Nineveh, and he's running away to Taršiš. We also find that Shlomo HaMelech leaves on an expedition with Hiram, the king from Tzur. They go to a place called Taršiš. The simple translation of Taršiš would be the Targum Tartessos, that's the Targum Yenis. Taršiš would be the city Carthage, which that would be one of the main cities of the Phoenicians, the main one being Tzur or Tyre, in a small island off the coast of Lebanon. But they were seafaring people, and they had a different ports that they would collect different items, and people would come and buy in their ports their stuff, and that's why there's their merchandise. Therefore, we find that the Taršiš is mentioned usually as Carthage, and that's what the Abarbanel, when he's explaining in Maluchim about Shlomo HaMelech leaving on expedition to Taršiš, he also explains that it means the city of Carthage. The problem with that would be is that if he's leaving to Carthage, we know that Carthage is off the coast of Tunisia. So why would Shlomo HaMelech, as it's mentioned in the Malachim, send the boats from Etzion Gova, which that would be Eilat, which is on the coast of the Red Sea, to go all the way around to Taršiš, which is in North Africa? Anybody who knows a bit of geography, that would make absolutely no sense. He should have left from Yafo and gone straight to Carthage. Why would he leave from Etzion Gova? Therefore, the Abarbanel wants to come up with a new theory and say that Taršiš, but the Pasuk is saying that he sent Oinio is Taršiš, which doesn't mean that he's leaving to Taršiš. All it means is that the boats were the type that were built by the people of Carthage. It means it was a Carthage boat, which was made for importing and exporting goods from one place to the other back in the old days. And they were known for their ships. So when it says that Shlomo HaMelech sent ships to Taršiš, doesn't mean he sent to Taršiš. It means he used the Taršiš type of ships to travel and collect these different items that he would bring back to the base to Eretz Yisrael. Now, the Malbim in Malachim, I think it's Perik Ches, no, probably earlier, I don't remember, I don't have it in front of me, argues greatly with the Barbanel, because the Barbanel has an issue with a Pasuk in Ezra, Divrei Hayamim, which Ezra HaSofer, he's the one that wrote Divrei Hayamim, and there it is written that he actually, there in the Pasuk it's pretty clear that Shlomo HaMelech sent ships leaving Etzion Gova, which then it would be Eilat, off the coast of the Red Sea, and he went to Taršiš. Clearly it's written that he went to Taršiš, not that he left with boats that were the type of the Carthage boats, but actually he actually left with he left from the Red Sea to the place called Tarshish. So the Abarbanel, because of this, has an explanation, and that explanation would be is that Ezra HaSofer had made a mistake when he wrote this in the Posuk, which that sounds a little bit Chaz v'shonim. Therefore, the Malbim says